Donuts. Come on down to the Donuts That Rock Cafe in Rockport, Texas for some freshly made top-of-the-range donuts. Fast food restaurants. A common way of getting a bite to eat in the modern day lifestyle. We go to fast food chain restaurants or independent cafes, pick up the things we desire for our lunch or dinner, and go about our day. We don't think about what's going on behind the scenes really, unless the service is slow or we're not happy with our purchase. But there's been an instance in Rockport, Texas, where one company took employee satisfaction to a lower level. The Donuts That Rock Cafe. When walking into this cafe, nothing would have really looked out of the ordinary, but Sophie Treadway, a Donuts That Rock employee, says that she was forced to work up to 19 hours a day for 3 years between 2012 and 2015. She says that this was to pay off a debt that she incurred when she came to the United States from Cambodia. But to add insult to injury, this company was apparently paying this woman $75 a month. So this is basically an act of peonage, which is basically where an employer forces somebody to work for them. Now, a man by the name of Matthew Otero, one of the employers and owners of the business, says that Sophie Treadway was his wife's niece, and that this was basically a family business. And Matthew told court that he bought a visa for Sophie for €20,000 to get her across into the United States from Cambodia. However, Matthew says that this is highly fabricated, as Sophie was actually apparently trying to get payback on the small business, as it's actually known that she was reported for stealing from the business itself. Now, Matthew says that Sophie actually stole between $50,000 and $150,000 from the business, with evidence that she'd taken money from the business caught on CCTV. But looking at the evidence in court, it wasn't quite as much as the owners actually made out. And witnesses have also stated that they know that Sophie was in fact just a family member helping out in the business when she came from Cambodia. Now, Sophie claims that she actually really wanted to move back to Cambodia, but the owners would actually steal her passport and documents from her to stop her getting back to her home. Now then, it actually occurred to me partway through writing this that Sophie wasn't actually alone. It's known that Sophie's aunt was also brought along from Cambodia to the US, and she hasn't really had a news story herself. She's sort of been at the side, really. But in the end, it was good news for Sophie, who managed to get $1.8 million in a lawsuit. And weirdly enough, looking for any sort of review about this restaurant actually just offers nothing but 4.5 stars reviews, with 113 reviews telling me that this company probably has new owners. So in that case, I'm not actually going to judge the restaurant itself. However, the old owners, yeah, they're fucked up. That's if that story is true and everything is as it says on the things that I saw. Because there are a couple of twists to this, of course. There was the fact that Sophie was in fact a family member, then there was Sophie being arrested for or charged with theft, and then there was of course the main story, which is about Rockport Donuts That Rock actually trafficking her, I guess. But to say that this is a news story that's been around for what, 3 years now, I'm pretty sure the last article I saw was actually in 2019. The fact that it's been 3 years and we don't know much at all, honestly, go and look it up. There's not much to say apart from some expenses about court, but yeah, nothing's really happened. Sophie's got a husband and he's said a few things about it, like, oh yes, she was being trafficked, obviously backing her up. And then you've got other people who apparently know the owners, who know that Sophie is just a niece and that she might be a little bit rebellious and just trying to get a little bit of payback on the owners to the company. And let me just state that this bakery is actually like it's number 1 out of 3 bakeries in Rockport, so it can't be that bad. And yeah, that's about it. Sorry that this was such a short one, there wasn't much to it, so I've just basically told you guys what I know about this situation. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.